Cam and Allie, a YouTube couple with 16,000 followers who covered Summer Moon Utah Wells case, who is a missing child out of Hawkins County, Tennessee. They both have been arrested on charges of child abuse. According to reports, Cam was taken into custody and released on bail, while Allie was issued a summons. They are scheduled to appear in court in Virginia on October the 10th to face the allegations. The children of the couple have been placed with their paternal grandmother and are safe at this time. The real victims in this situation are the children who may have suffered at the hands of their parents. Unfortunately, their plight is often overshadowed by the sensationalism and drama that some YouTube viewers crave. We'll be following this case closely and providing updates as they become available. Now I'm going to read you a statement that Cam and Allie wrote on their community post in regards to these allegations. We are writing this post to let you guys know that we have been going through that I've been telling you about. My mother went and lied and said that we were on drugs, just like people had done before when calling CPS, and went and filed an emergency custody order, saying that we were on drugs and were going through an eviction, and they granted her custody to a later date. That was back in August. I got the eviction dismissed in court, and after her finding out that it was dismissed, I then was arrested for this, saying that I had done drugs in the house where the kids were. If you had followed us and know anything about us, you know that we are not those kind of people. I will get this thrown out of court and my children back. I promise you that. My mom is doing this just to try to get money from the state. She lost her job the day before taking my children. If you've heard my testimony and know anything about my mother, she is an evil person and will do anything for money. She has hurt me in my entire life, and now she's trying to do it by taking my children, and she has no regard for her own children. And we are fighting her in court for this. I'm asking, if you believe in us and you know who we are, then you know this is not true. We have failed no drug screens for CPS, and they are pulling at straws to try to make this stick. We are going through one of the hardest battles and tribulations of our life. I never thought my mother would do this to me or my children, because my children are happy and loved. Just because someone is charged with something doesn't mean that they are convicted of it. And I'm asking y'all to please stand behind us as we go through this. And you will see that there is no fact in her allegations against us. Me and my wife are good people, and we are good parents, and always have been, and would never hurt our children. And even if a parent was on drugs, it doesn't mean they are bad parents. But once again, like I said, this is not true, and I will have this proven in court and dismissed. They placed the children with my mother, who has been charged and convicted of distribution of drugs, amongst other things. And I will continue to fight. We are having CPS investigated, as they advised my mom to pretty much kidnap my children when she had no custody at all over them. These are all lies. I swear to God in heaven, my Heavenly Father, who I pray to every time we are on a live stream, and I place my whole heart and trust and truth in Him, as He knows the truth about my wife and I. God bless, and I hope you will wait to see the outcome. And then this was posted. Here is the copy of the order for when Cam's egg donor filed for temporary custody of our kids. Mind you, she had not stepped foot in our home or seen our children in well over 6 months when she did this. She lost her job the day before. She filed this because her employer found out that she had lied to them and that she has a criminal history that stemmed from her own addictions. If you had followed us for any amount of time, you know that Cam has been 100% transparent about the fact that she was the first person to ever drugs to him when he was 14 years old. You also should know that she frequently had him put in juvenile detention because she didn't want to raise her own children. Every time that Cam has ever done something good happening in his life, she has done everything to try and sabotage him and ruin his life. This is by far the worst thing she's ever done. It started because she found out that we were planning to move out of state and she lost her job and has been nothing but a scheme by her to try to get money. All of my entire family, as well as the remainder of Cam's family, are standing behind us because they know that all these allegations are bullshit. We have multiple friends and neighbors who have volunteered to go to court on our behalf. That has to attest for something. As Cam stated in the previous post, our local CPS agency is being investigated because of what they have to us and others. We heard from a police investigator that our county currently has 1,200 open CPS cases. We aren't sure what's going on, but obviously something is not right. If you guys recall, we just had CPS case closed a few months prior to this happening by the same CPS worker due to false calls and unfounded allegations from YouTube. Our children are literally our entire universe, and we love them with our whole hearts. We have been living in a nightmare that just keeps getting worse, but the hardest part is being away from our kids. The only reason we even started our channel was to help children, which we have successfully done. We don't deserve what's happening to us, and neither do our children. If you guys have watched us at all, then you should know that things being said and the allegations against us are straight bullshit. We never had our children on our channel to protect them. Many times when I wasn't present on live stream was because I was with my kids. Cam has been nothing short of amazing father and husband, and I've tried my hardest to be the best mother to my kids that I can be. You guys know that we have built our channel by standing on the premise of innocent until proven guilty. The majority of our followers have always claimed to believe in this as well. We are asking that you guys, please, believe us now. And then they put up this. In the part you can read, it says, parents on drugs, children raising themselves, house not fit to live in, being evicted. And it shows temporary custody of the above referenced child. Dated August 7, 2023. Received and filed the 7th day of August, 2023. And on the side it says, these are the lies from my mother, who has ruined my life since I was a child and now continues to attack. Also, would like to add, she has not been to my house in 6 months when she did this. I have done many live streams with no green screen, where my home could be seen in the background. And again, let me remind you, she lost her job the day before doing this, and all she cares about is money. We will prove our innocence. That's a promise. But we can't overlook these charges. There's 2 of them. Family offense, gross, wanton, or reckless care for a child. And we're going to look what the legal definitions is. What is wanton disregard? Wanton disregard is a legal term that denotes an individual's extreme lack of care for the well-being or rights of another individual. Wanton disregard is a serious accusation that indicates that a person behaved extremely recklessly and is most commonly used in an insurance context, where it refers to negligence to describe reckless behavior that has led to damages or injury. Wanton disregard may also be referred to as wanton conduct and may more formally be expressed as willful and wanton disregard. Understanding wanton disregard. When an individual fails to employ a reasonable duty of care in their action, it constitutes negligence. Yet not all negligence is the same. There are degrees of negligence. Wanton disregard, in the legal sense, is not always deliberately malicious, though it is more serious than mere carelessness. In a lawsuit, wanton disregard might result in punitive damages, depending on the severity of the situation and the state laws. Willful wanton or reckless behavior. Such behavior comes very close to actual intent to cause harm or damages without actually crossing over into malicious behavior. For example, the phrase willful and wanton disregard suggests that the danger of an action is understood by the individual. They know it is likely to cause a substantial harm, yet they do it anyway. So the code they've been charged with is Virginia Code 18.2-371.1, abuse and neglect of children, penalty, and abandoned infant. Any parent, guardian, or other person responsible for the care of a child under the age of 18 who by willful act or willful omission or refusal to provide any necessary care for the child's health causes or permits serious injury to the life or health of such child is guilty of a class 4 felony. For the purpose of this subsection, what act or willful omission includes operating or engaging in the conduct of a child welfare agency as described in 63.2-100 or a child day program or family day system without first obtaining a license such person knows is required. So 18.2-371.1 is any parent, guardian, or other person responsible for the care of a child under the age of 18 whose willful act or omission and the care of such child was so gross, wanton, and culpable as to show a reckless disregard for human life, is guilty of a Class 6 felony. That is the charges for both of them. So everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but these charges are disturbing. But I wanted to give you guys the laws, the statements from Cam and Allie, and you make your decision from there. And until next time, you guys.